Lolly-ho, Planeswalkers, the Magi here for another edition of Midweek Magic. This time around, we've got Final Fantasy Constructed, and I'm very pleased to say that I was right. They did offer this as an all-access event. So frankly, everybody can go nuts and really should test any harebrained deck that they really want. Of course, keep in mind that while there is no cost in wildcards with this, a deck that does or does not do well in a constructed environment that only uses cards from Final Fantasy, well, is not necessarily the same as how it will do in a standard environment. Because, of course, standard has like 150 other legal sets at the moment. Pardon the hyperbole, but it's really starting to feel that way. But of course, we are 6 weeks away from a rotation. So the end is in sight. Fresh reality is coming. But I'm actually going to be testing something that I'm relatively interested in for standard. And the fact that I had to restrict this a little bit to Final Fantasy is really not that big a push. But what I really want to test is the interaction between Garnet, Princess of Alexandria, and Uncommon at 2 that loves to play with sagas. And follow that up with a bunch of 3 and 5 drop sagas that really benefit from sticking around on the battlefield thanks to Garnet messing around with them and taking lore counters off. We're also going to give Clash of the Econs. I don't know how they're meaning to say that. I didn't play Final Fantasy. I'm sorry. We're going to give this its due because this allows us to remove and or add a lore counter. So with multiple targets and things like that, we might can do some tricky things there. But the main thing is this 2-drop with lifelink that potentially gets much bigger every single turn. That's really what I'm wanting to see. We've also got some Esper Origins in here to maybe do some other stuff. Dion is an interesting saga later in the game creature. Clash of Titans can just be kind of a game ender. So we'll see what this will do. And of course, Starting Town is in here to test how this land actually functions as a mana fixer. So we'll see. This is very much an experiment. I literally have not played this deck at all because I don't have all of these cards yet. And that's what an all-access event is really for, is for budget players to test decks that don't require us to spend wild cards to do so. So let's take it for a spin here. Let's see what it'll do. Maybe we shall be surprised and find the next big thing. I'm not sure this is the best budget deck for the one, but it's the one I'm going to play with tonight. So here's an interesting conundrum. Do we Chocobo or do we Zac? I think we Chocobo, right? Little Chocobo in the house. Now, from what little I have played since the release, they do not allow a Chocobo to live. Maybe this time is going to be different. I don't know. We'll get Zac down. He seems pretty awesome, and we'll get him for 1. So everything real high up. In for life. Okay, so I think what we do here is swing the Chocobo. They're probably not going to block here. And I'm going to hold open the Forest Cycle on the T-Rex. I'm not really interested in playing this as a creature all that much, although with something like, Fat Chocobo or something like that, it can get interesting. Alright, so it looks like they're playing multicolored wizards. That's fun. So we'll go grab a forest. Alright. so we got some action next turn for sure. So which of these do I really want to do? Chocobo or Titan? Well, I think I'm more interested in actually testing Titan, but we'll see. Sure. Wizards doing things. Another rapier. Okay. I might should have held open battle menu, but that also would have meant not doing anything for the turn, which would have felt kind of bad. But like we might be swinging for lethal next turn, so that's gonna get big potentially. Sadness that I didn't have mana open for that. Yeah, we'll grab a green. And I think we probably win next turn. I was wrong. We won right then. All right, so now, of course, the most important question of any midweek Magic event. What did we get? That's not the important part. This is the important part. And we got gems. All right, awesome. This is how you know the plan is successful, just how frequently you start getting gems here in midweek Magic. But you know what? Gems are not without value. They're probably not as good as getting a random rare out of standard, but there it is. So let's get into game 2 here. Maybe maybe we make a quick evening of this. I'm not even sure. We get the chance to test Garnet followed by Fenrir, so that's going to be obscene, to say the least. Do we want to do Commune with Beavers on 1? I'm going to say no. Let's not do that. Let's play the tap land. And now we have just multiple 3-drop sagas coming down. Chocobo! Which one of these do I really want? I think Fenrir is maybe the better choice there. The traveling chocobo. I think we know attacks here because next turn I can do Chocomog and really get kind of ridiculous. And that's what he's attempting to do here. So it's going to be a question of, can we raise? And given what we have on the board, that was an optimal outcome. We will say no blocks here. We will feel totally okay taking 8 here. Yes and yes. And we'll say next. I mean, he should trade for the Fenrir. He's not gonna. We're gonna make him regret that next turn with the battle menu destroying one of his dudes. We will dude him for sure. What is it going to be, sir? Oh, that is not what we want. Can we save that? I think we can by counter destroying his creature. That's the correct play here, right? Okay, okay. Oh, they're out. We were getting ready to ramp into ridiculousness, I guess. All right, so once again we get to ask the question, what do we get? Hey, not gems this time. That's exciting. And an Aven Interrupter, potentially a very good card for a Bant Birds deck. The thing that I think holds this back at the moment from like an auto include in that list is the double white casting cost. But it's basically a 2/2 flash evasive bird with flying. So it might very well earn a spot. We'll have to see how that deck really plays out. You know, we're only 14 minutes in, so what do you say we go for a cosmetic here? See if we can pick up a little something. All right, well that is a really solid opening hand. Chocobo into Garnet. What we need is a turn 3 Saga like we just saw to make Garnet a real powerhouse, but we'll see. Well, or we won't, because they'll just concede and give us the game. think we were set up pretty well there, to be honest. So once again, the question is, what do we get? This time it'll just be a cosmetic, but at least it's a new cosmetic for Final Fantasy, Swallowed by Leviathan. One of the counterspells that actually is looking kind of good in the limited environment. Counterspells don't always get a chance to shine, but that one is kind of doing some things. What do we want to do here? You know what? I think we are gonna export this deck, and we're gonna go in and play another rendition of Midweek Magic on a different account. So I'm going to step behind the curtain here for just a moment, and I'm gonna jump over to the 2026 account. And my plan is to play the exact same deck, so hopefully you guys are enjoying the deck so far. Sorry about the delay, trying to remember passwords and other complicated adult-oriented things as I play my video game. See here, so we'll go in and start this up. We'll give this another opportunity to shine. I think technically we're 3-0 at the moment. Kind of. So this is a disappointing opening hand. Like, not having any 1s or 2 drops just doesn't seem like what we want to do in this deck. This is better, but it's not great. We will keep it. I'm going to throw the Commune with Beavers. We've got a 1, 2, 3 that isn't, like, terrible. And they do tend to synergize, so we'll see what the deck can do now when it doesn't get Garnet. Chocobo. Yeah. Chocobos. All up in the house. Fenrir, sure. Next turn, I mean, we've got a choice of what to do here. I feel pretty good about either one of them, honestly. Oh, that is a big boy right there. So he's doing a similar game plan to what we are, I think. Witty Mill here. Oh, he's doing some other interesting things. I don't blame him at all for that. Oh, I should have gone and gotten a white source. That was kind of a miss on my part. Can we muscle in here for enough? This is the real question. Like, is 7 worth losing the Chocobo? Well, we're gonna find out. Are they going to trade for the Fenrir? Well, that's unexpected, but I think I'm okay with that. Especially if they turn this sideways. Oh, but lifelink, that's a problem. We're not going to be able to beat that. An 8/8 with lifelink. Huh. All right, so we're going to call that one strike. Yeah, I really want to test hands with Garnet here. And I'd really like to draw into a 3-drop Saga. Hey, magic is easy. You just draw what you need. Now let's see if Garnet lives through the turn. That's going to be the first question here. Unfortunately, that has first strike, so that's a big problem. So we're going to need the You're Not Alone to make that a thing. Wait, why did I still lose? I'm confused. I'm not sure what happened there. I wasn't paying enough attention. But we're going to call this a loss at this point and just test a better thing. What happened there? So this would be a 3-2. And Garnet at that point would have been like a 6. So I don't understand. How it died. It must have had more power than I thought it did. It must have had 4 power and I didn't realize it. But anyway, leaving the match, moving on. That one was certainly a misplay on my part as we get to know new cards, but that's important as we're developing a deck. I mean, I don't hate this by any means. I've actually never played the deck with double Chocobo. So this could be, like, really explosive. That's cute. I like your Chocobo. We're gonna swing our Chocobo. Sure. That looks really familiar. Do you not have a land? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I really, really am. What do we want to do here? I think we want to do this, because it comes in on tap this turn. we're going to go... Yeah, I think we get the town, because it comes into play tapped. We'll put him there. And hey, how about we swing 7 on turn 3? That seems good. I don't know. I think the Chocobo side race thing is not super duper relevant. I could be wrong. Okay, so he can't actually kill either one of those. I think we do some of this right here. So block or take 9, sir. Wow. He made that look easy. We'll end turn. Yes. You should not swing. You really should not. He's... Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, we were about to have a really explosive turn, to say the least. You know, obviously we've milked midweek Magic for most of what we can at this point, but we'll give it another game here. What do you say? Balin. Hey, that's a decent card to have in the collection. I am not mad about that at all. So opening up on Zach or Chocobo, I think Chocobo is the right call here. We'll keep it. We'll see what we get. Yeah, look at that, the Chocobo. This might be the battle of the Chocobos. Hopefully we draw a 3rd land. If we do, we're in pretty good shape here, but... What you got? Okay, this is someone who doesn't know how Zach works, I think. Sure, you can attack for 1. That is absolutely a thing you can do. Kind of hate that we're missing the land drop here. I really do, because they have an opportunity here to pull ahead, but they missed their 2nd land drop, so we're not too far behind. If we get our 3rd land drop, I think we're in good shape. It's a tap land. So EOT, I'm going to forest cycle, I think. And then we just start doing Garnet Fenrir shenanigans. Got themselves a 2nd little Chocobo to go with their Chocobo token. They are Choco going. I mean, they got an opportunity here to hit us for quite a bit. Is that going to be 7? Oh no, the second Chocobo can't attack. Alright, they're going to stay conservative. That's interesting. And shit, I forgot to Rex. But that's okay, we still got the thing here. I think we got to do the thing. Alright, they were not willing to risk double walking. That's pretty interesting. That's a lot of inbound damage, like a lot. As in, I'm not sure we can even survive this. But we'll find out. Nope. We're dead. We are so dead. Oh my god, stop playing. For the love of God. So I think this deck has some potential, like, with some other standard legal sagas that aren't in Final Fantasy, maybe doing some heavy lifting. The deck list is listed in the primer video for this event that went live on my channel a little over an hour ago. This doesn't feel good at all. Alright, I'm going to keep this because I want to see what Commune with Beavers might can do for us as far as mana fixing. I don't think I want Tifa. Yeah, I think Tifa is the card I'm least interested in having here. There's Esper Origins, sure, sure. So next turn when we can take 2 counters for Garnet, this maybe gets a lot better. Although the lifelink is really, really problematic. We'll say no block. Oh, yeah, we're completely screwed here. So there's definitely some other shenanigans you can do with sagas, as you just saw. I want one more win, guys. I don't think that's too much to ask. We'll see what we get here. Yeah, I feel good about that. Absolutely. I mean, that Garnet on 2 and Fenrir on 3 is so strong. We'll drop the town first. Hopefully this doesn't just get burned. Cute sleeves. Regretfully, I don't know the character or anything. There's probably a lot more to that than I know, but... Okay, alright. That feels like a better card than I think a lot of people are giving it at the moment, but... what do we want? We want a white source, right? That's a thing we want. Yeah, you should probably kill that if you can. I'm not gonna lie. Just gonna tell you how it is, Mick. I don't think you got it though. I really don't. All right, we will sack Fenrir. He has done his stuff here. And you know what? We're gonna go grab a land anyway. The rod. We got rotted. Gonna attack for sure? No, he's not. He understands how Zero works. Yep, that is what I want to do. He's probably going to block. I mean, he probably should, to be perfectly honest. Nope, he's gonna take that 5 for a 10-point life swing. He probably has removal in hand to deal with Garnet this turn. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen some already. Or maybe he's just counting on double blocking or something, I'm not sure. Just not getting to the cards I really want to see. Is he going to gang block? Nope, he's just going to chomp. That's acceptable. I'm okay with that. This is the one where I gotta sack a creature. No, no. And you didn't get over that hump for 4. That's a little disappointing, but oh no, that's really interesting. Let's just pass here. Let's see what they do. Because, like, if they swing all out and leave themselves defenseless, like, we have lethal in hand. Ooh, fatty boy coming in, huh? We do take some ping damage here. Battle menu just not hitting that crucial 4. Yeah, this feels like the correct thing to do here. And we got, you're not alone to protect us and swing back. Alright, well that is quite large. There is no doubt about that. I mean, okay, this seems like a thing to do, right? Let's see, resolve, resolve, resolve. So it's this that I want to see. 1 damage to each creature. Okay. It's like I'm not sure I get that, but okay. Did not understand the use of that card, and apparently it was just he needed to cast a spell. And I can respect that. You gotta do that sometimes. So what'd we get? What'd the new account get? Hope? I guess we rolled with hope for our Critical Role fans out there. Cool, cool. Let's see here. Patch notes, weekly announcements. Yeah, we're not terribly worried about that. And the store had a bunch of Nico stuff, I do believe, which I was not real interested in. I'm not sure what's going on with Nico there. It's kind of some mixed feelings. But at any rate, we did finish the midweek magic, and we've got some packs starting to stack up. We didn't need to open them because this is an all access, and that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to keep the 25 account to maybe test a different deck tomorrow. We shall have to see how that goes. But of course, if you haven't subbed on Twitch, you're going to want to do that because that's where I'll be streaming tomorrow, and you don't want to miss the go live notifications. And definitely drop in the comments any thoughts on what deck you think we should test. This one seems to be doing pretty well as far as I'm concerned. But of course, any thoughts you have on individual card choices and things like that, always appreciated. As is being here, that's always a huge thing too. And until next time, I will see you